Since their discovery in the early 19th century, dinosaurs have captured our imagination like no other group of creatures. Throughout the world, natural history museums have built their reputations by displaying articulated skeletons of these fascinating giants. Successive generations of school children have been awestruck by these displays, yet the universal question has always been, what were these creatures really like in the flesh? In the last few years, Dinamation International has at last provided the museum community with a revolutionary new type of exhibitry that takes the dinosaur beyond its mere bare bones. Since 1983, over 100 museums have shown these amazingly lifelike creatures, shattering previous attendance records in the process. Many millions, 8 million people just in 1988, have seen dinosaurs alive, many of them attending a museum for the very first time.
Very, very exciting, because not only could you see for the first time how these creatures really moved, but you got some sense of the scale, which you can't imagine that when you're just looking at a children's book. It's really thrilling. I think it's a real contribution to the art of exhibition.
What's it like for the kids to come through the front door when they see these animals? Well, everybody who comes through that front door as a kid, I think it gives them a clear idea of what these animals were really like and what they looked like. I mean, you can look at a pile of bones or even an articulated skeleton in a museum, but until you start putting muscle and flesh on that animal, you have no idea how really big it was. And I think by doing these full-scale model type things, which actually move, it takes you back 65 million years.
Animation's phenomenal.
I think they're the best dinosaurs I've ever seen. One of the reasons we came back was even though it's the last day and everything's crowded, the kids really wanted to see it again.
I think the Dinamation figures are extraordinary in bringing the children to the museum to see these living animals, bringing the families in, and giving them a feeling that they could never otherwise get.
Working with some of the world's leading paleontologists, Dinamation is currently producing over 25 species of animated robotic creatures. Among these scientific advisors are Dr. George Callison, paleontologist and comparative anatomist from Southern California, and Dr. Robert Bacher, author of Dinosaur Heresies, from Boulder, Colorado.
I mean, it's striking because I was just in Washington and studied the specimen that this is based on.
Doctors Bacher and Callison are actively involved in every aspect of creature development, from the original drawings and sculpture of the miniature maquette, through the final sculpture of the actual model, and the design criteria for the animated robot, which gives the creature its lifelike movement and sound. These sophisticated robots, created by Dinamation's team of engineers and craftsmen, are powered by compressed air and controlled by a special microprocessor located in the base of each model. When this Allosaurus opens its mouth and roars for the first time, it represents the culmination of months of research, engineering, and skilled craftsmanship.
Now that you've had an insight as to how we build things, you realize how concerned we are about details, about accuracy. That is Dinamation's philosophy. There is no shortcut to education. Our purpose is to educate as well as entertain. That is the underlying philosophy behind Dinamation's master plan.
Beyond dinosaurs, Dinamation's master plan includes such programs as Prehistoric Giants, a startling encounter with amazing mammals of long ago. An even more startling Dinamation program is the highly successful traveling exhibit known as Zoology of the Future. Evolutionary processes are followed into the distant future, resulting in an unsettling array of fantastic creatures that may, according to British scientist Dougal Dixon, become the dominant species of this planet 50 million years from now. Also in development is a walk-through undersea environment inhabited by real sea monsters from the past and present, including ancient plesiosaurs, prehistoric great white sharks, and a variety of contemporary whales. For all of these programs, Dinamation is producing hands-on, ancillary educational devices that augment and reinforce these unique learning opportunities. Dr. George Callison.
One of the jobs that Dinamation has taken on is that of educating the public about the natural world. One of the kinds of components that will be used to accomplish this will be a series of educational devices that will give people hands-on experiences.
The success of hands-on learning in the museum environment is a proven fact. In an effort to offer this same type of educational experience to the entire community, Dinamation has launched Discovery Express, a science outreach program. Through imaginative, interactive devices and teacher training, the museum can now provide a much-needed service by fostering early appreciation of science at the primary grade levels.
Please greet Dr. Robert Bacher, who will tell us about hot and cold running dinosaurs. Thank you.
Another important element in Dinamation's master plan is a variety of special events.
Now that thigh bone is 2 meters long, 6 feet. Here's the same thigh bone with a dead graduate student for scale. One of the many uses of graduate students.
Special events. They range from the opportunity to dig for dinosaur bones in Grand Junction, Colorado, to an irresistible Broadway-style production called Dinosaurs, Dinosaurs, a Mesozoic musical conceived and directed by Slim Goodbody.
Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it?
It's me! Wow! Terrible! Tyrone!
Through Dinamation's resources, a complete line of complementary merchandise is available to support all of Dinamation's programs. An exciting challenge for Dinamation's creative energies is the new quarterly publication, Dinosauria. Each issue of this full-color magazine will be devoted to an exhaustive analysis of a single genus of Mesozoic fauna. This effort, as with all elements of Dinamation's master plan, is governed by Dinamation's often expressed commitment to educate as well as entertain. The enthusiastic response and cooperation of these efforts from the museum community will ensure a continued high level of mutual success now and into the 21st century.